Hey Bridget, how you doing today?
Hi, how are you? Sorry about that. My computer decided to mute me.
Oh, no worries at all. Um, I just wanted to check in with you. Again, I'm really excited that you're here.
Thank
It's
you.
nice to see your smile and excited to kind of review what we did last time. And remember, everything that goes on is said, etc., in here is confidential and just be you, okay?
Okay.
As best you can. So if you had to rate yourself between a 1 and a 10 on your level of anxiety in the moment today,
In
where
this
would you
moment
rate
today.
yourself? Yes.
Well, it's certainly still there,
Mhm.
but it's not, and it's most heightened state. So maybe a five?
Excellent. Do you feel that this is a safe space and it brings that anxiety level down for you a little bit?
It does, yeah. I do feel more comfortable and kind of like a sense of peace knowing that like we're working on something together that's going to help me.
This is a great partnership. We're both learning how to heal in some ways, and I'm very, very honored to be part of your journey.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you again. So the last time we met, there was a couple things that you had mentioned. And one of those is that for you to feel better, what that looks like is that you would have be less jumpy, have more of like a manageable schedule, and that your mind would be quiet. So you also said, I'd really like to have a half is the glass is half full mindset. And then one other thing that you had mentioned in our last session was that you found it challenging to give yourself grace.
Yes.
So, I want to try something today, and I'm wondering if you want to jump on board, to kind of look at those things a little bit differently, like through a different lens.
Okay.
Are you up for it?
I am.
Excellent. Okay, so a lot of times it's not what's actually happening. It's kind of like instead what we're thinking about it, about the situation.
Mm,
And that leads us to like doing something. Okay. So it may not be the situation that leads us to do something, but our thoughts can lead us there.
I see.
So let's let's look at a situation. Think of something in the last week that has caused you to take that level to a nine, an eight or a nine. And let's go through that process together of what the situation was, what you thought, what you felt, and what you did.
Okay. Um, I will say that most of my anxiety and um like negative feelings is surrounded like is more about my like motherhood than anything else. Um we had a I had to get work done. I was doing homework and it was while the kids were here at home
Okay.
and I couldn't be involved with them. And and it was almost worse because they um were like, you know, mommy has to work again, kind of thing. And then I had to like isolate myself for a little while. And that yeah, but I ended up not getting any work done, but I also didn't get any time with the kids.
So let me ask you, let's just for a second, let's like kind of slow it back. Like in that moment when the kids were like, nope, mom's got to work again. What was going through your mind?
Oh my gosh. So many things I feel like. But, there was a lot of guilt for like, being the person that's always working. Um, there was I think like a disappointment in myself. And it just kind of like, oh, even like like shame. I just like for not being a more present parent.
So what did that lead you to do?
It led me to isolate myself, um, and not get any work done. Um, so it wasn't very effective in like helping. It didn't help.
Um, do you think that your thought at that moment was 100% true?
No.
Okay. So if that was your original thought, what is a different way you could think about that situation? What's a different way to think about in that moment, you being torn between work and the kids?
I mean, it's still really hard to imagine like not feeling some guilt when I have to work over spending time with my kids.
Do you spend time with your kids when you're not working?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. Yeah.
So sometimes it's
Um,
quality time versus quantity time.
yeah, for sure. And I think it would be helpful for me to remember that, why I'm doing what I'm doing is for them as
Mhm.
much as it is for me. And I know that kids can entertain themselves. I know it's possible. They don't need me to have fun. So maybe not catastrophizing it so much.
Okay.
Um,
So that is a different way of looking at the situation. You're doing this for the greater good of your family.
yeah.
And you have raised these two wonderful girls so that they can entertain themselves. Now, kids are kids. Do they want you to participate? Of course. But will they be suffering if you don't?
No, probably not. No.
So, really big difference from here to here.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. So, compare that. Like, how did it feel to just say now, like, I'm doing this for them and they can entertain themselves? How does that make you feel inside?
Really unsure, to be honest. Like I was like, what? Are you
That's
sure? Um, so, but also not so much like guilt and shame.
yeah, it kind of takes you away from it a little bit when you look at the situation differently. Like your thought is not 100% true. And so the feeling attached to that drives you to do something. If you stop in that moment, and pause and try to look at the situation from a different lens
Yeah.
and try to think about the situation a different way, your feelings will change. And that may drive you to do something different. It may cause less anxiety. It may actually clear
Mhm.
your mind because you're focusing on something.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like the pause is hard.
mhm. That's part of giving yourself grace. We're trying to respond and not react.
Mm,
And to have a clearer mind, sometimes it is just that pause and just maybe thinking about the pause itself. You deserve that. You do. You deserve that deep breath in, deep breath out. And taking that really like 10-second moment maybe can change your perspective. What do you think?
I think it sounds amazing.
It's just doing it, right?
It's just the doing. It's just the
Yeah.
doing that um I don't think it's impossible. But it does feel hard. It does feel hard to like say that to to come from a place of responding and not reacting.
Hmm.
Because I do think that I spend a lot of time in that space of just reacting.
Yeah. A lot of us do. It's very normal. I want to normalize that for you. You're not different from any other human being who gets into a situation that's stressful
Hmm.
that wants to react. It's something we learn, and we can learn that together. We're going to have another session together before I kind of move you forward.
Okay.
And I want to give you not really homework, but I want to challenge you. I don't want you to think of this as one more thing you have to do. I want you to think again of you giving yourself some grace, something you deserve. And it really isn't a job, it's just a pause. Do you think you can do it? I mean, practice it.
Yeah, I think I can practice it for sure.
One of the things I really love to work with is our visuals. So, I don't know, scrap paper, it could be whatever, different colored crayons. Write the word pause and put it
Mm,
around your office, put it on your computer, maybe put it in the fridge, put it next to the kids' toys, wherever you feel that you might need it. Um, and then when something starts to come up and you're starting to think, 0 to like right to a 10, take that pause. You'll see it visually. And it could like, it's almost not going to trip you up, but it's going to stop you.
mm,
Um,
mm.
so to practice it, maybe write it down, put
That's a
it around
great
the house.
idea.
Yeah.
That's a great
I,
idea. I like the visual as well, so I feel like that'd be really helpful for me.
yeah. And you can make it kind of funny, like mom's learning something new, guys, and it's called the pause.
Yeah.
And then make them, get them involved. Say, when I say the word, everybody freezes. We're going to all pause.
Mm,
And it could, in some ways, de-escalate for you, get your thought process stopped for a second so that you can look through a different lens. And they will probably really enjoy it as well. You
that's
know,
true. Yeah.
could be something fun for you guys. And how does this feel to you, though? I want to know how you feel before you go.
If no, it feels good.
Okay.
It feels nice to have something that I can tangibly do with my body to
Mhm.
help myself through this process.
Yeah.
Um, I like being able to write things sometimes. So yeah, I'm doing something that's gonna help and makes a bit and it feels good.
I'm really happy for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited for you because you're smiling right now and you look different than when you came in today. And I feel very, like I said, very privileged to be part of this journey and watching you grow and change.
Oh, thank you so
So
much.
kudos to you, girl. And listen, so the next time we meet, we're going to talk about your next steps. We'll touch base on this, of course, because I'm going to be dying to hear what happened. I'm super excited for you to try something new. And
Great.
yeah, we'll meet in a week.
That sounds awesome. Thank you.
Excellent. See you then, dear. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye now.